All right, it's the kid. Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy Double H. It's your boy Double H. Trying to live, trying to stay alive, trying to breathe.
Sammy's minimum.
Trying to. Hey, man, you didn't, bro. You didn't have to start there, man. Come on, man. You didn't have to start there. Because I could easily just say Sociedad. Okay, I could just reply with Sociedad. So come on, relax, be nice.
Don Ernesto is my only reply. Oh, and Brike. Sammy's minimum.
Whoa. Can people mute? Bro, you didn't have to start there. Hey, who the because I can easily just say Sociedad. Can somebody mute their thing, man? Come on, relax, be nice.
Don Ernesto is my only reply.
But, oh yeah, Adaj, you have to mute your mic, man. Mute your mic, man. All right, look, this is my thing here. Like, so we have a few things to discuss. It's already the nature of this hangout is gonna first focus on just reviewing the games of today, and then we are going to then maybe do a little bit of a preview of tomorrow's games, Arsenal, Man City. Maybe talk a bit about what we think may happen between Dortmund and Leipzig on Tuesday, and of course we have to talk about El Clasico Wednesday. Then we have to then end it off with the Champions League draw and so forth. So actually, I'm going to start somewhere different. Okay, I was somewhere different. I am not an EPL merchant. Coutinho scored a hat-trick, 3 quality goals, and his second was simply outstanding. Simply outstanding, man. So let's ride first with this thing in our is can Coutinho deliver something special for Bayern Munich in the CL? Let me start first with Terra. Is this Coutinho's year? Can Coutinho deliver something special with Bayern, which he was unable to do with Liverpool and Barcelona?
First of all, I think Coutinho did well with Liverpool, just the team around him, but that's not important.
He was slightly overhyped.
Whatever. Back to Bayern. He's playing in his preferred role in that 10 position in the 4-2-3-1. So I think he can do pretty well, and I think he's found a club which sees him as an important player, an important asset, and so I think he can do very well. He's been doing pretty well this season, and with the combination of Robert Lewandowski, him and Bayern can go places this season.
But so do you? Because if you're going to put a number in it, does he lead them to the semis? Does he lead them to the quarters? Does he flop during the big games? How well do you think he can perform as an individual for Bayern in the CL?
As an individual, it's hard to tell. I'm not quite sure about how many Champions League goals Coutinho scored. I don't think he's scored very many. But so I don't think we have a general idea, because against Liverpool he was more or less a Europa League merchant, and with Barcelona so we have no way of saying. It's possible. That's all I could say.
Okay, so let me roll in now with Samuel. Mr. Samuel, Coutinho, is Coutinho the man? Is he the chosen one? Is he the chosen one to lead Bayern to glory? Yes or no, Samuel? Okay. Marco, Samuel, is the mic working? All right, Marco Alonso tier 1. Marco Alonso tier 1. Wait, what? Wait. Is that your
Facts,
real username?
Facts.
What the hell?
About as factual as Sammy's
bro. We don't play that here, man. Please.
It's more realistic than Chelsea's title challenge.
I'll let you easy. Just quiet. I'll let you pass for this time. Next time, I ain't allowing that crap username on this platform. So can Coutinho lead these boys to glory? Yes or no?
Absolutely not. I'm sorry, no chance in hell. You could bring Lewandowski ×2 into that Bayern team. The back is still shaky as I've ever seen. I mean, a B team Tottenham ripped open Bayern for a good 20-30 minute spell. I'm seeing Bayern conceding 6-4. There's no way they can handle the big boys in the set quarters or semis.
Wait.
They scored six.
So wait, my friends. So why don't you believe in Coutinho's talent and what Coutinho can do as an individual? Why not?
I'm sorry, but Coutinho is a one-trick pony. I've said it for years and years. when that guy gets in front of the outside box, that one curl, and he goes missing for 75 minutes rest of the game. He's
So,
missing.
so you basically think he's slightly overhyped then? Like he's
Not even overhyped. What? Incredibly overhyped. I mean, he was in a garbage Liverpool team, so there's no he couldn't get any better, could he? He was practically viewed as a god in that team. I mean, Barca, he was non-existent in Barca, and then Bayern. It's just
okay. So
it's
basically, so you don't believe he will ride for Bayern then?
I don't think he'll run for Bayern at all.
Okay.
I think this is as good as it gets. When it gets to around 16 quarters, he'll start to tremble, as usual.
Okay. Adage 3, Coutinho. What do you think that your boy Coutinho can do? Can Coutinho ride? Adage 3. Okay, he's not there. Gatlock. Do you think your boy Coutinho can ride for Bayern?
So come again? What?
Do you think Philip Jeremiah Coutinho can ride for Bayern? Do you think that he can do something amazing for Bayern Munich this season?
Well, it's not that difficult to do anything for Bayern. They're playing the Bundesliga. So
bro, they're like sixth or seventh in the league. They lost to Mönchengladbach, bro. So it's a bit different this season, my friend.
It's not like they're 10 or 20 points behind. Let's be honest.
They'll win it comfortably.
Nobody cares.
Wait. 1 minute. Okay, Gatlock, finish up.
I don't think Bayern care that much about the Bundesliga. To be fair, they should be going for the Champions League. And
they'll never win that.
And Coutinho in the Champions League, decent is okay. He can show sometimes, like maybe for like 60 minutes or so, give or take.
What?
But yeah, he can show sometimes. But
come on, relax.
60 minutes.
Yeah, just 60 minutes. That's it. It's like in between each half. The guy doesn't really do much every time.
So wait, by the way, Bayern are now fourth. By the way, they're now fourth. So just wanted to say. So okay, so do you think that he can push them to greatness this season in Europe? I'm not talking about Bundesliga. Bundesliga. In Europe, do you think Coutinho can be the guy for Bayern this season?
Nope, nada.
Wow. Okay. Red Devil Studio. Coutinho. Do you think Coutinho can be the man for Bayern this season?
Yo, man. Hey, how you doing? To be honest, I think Coutinho probably regrets leaving Liverpool right now.
Whoa, you're going away. Down. Okay.
That's what I think he's thinking about right now. I mean, you could see on his. I remember last season when Barca got that spanking from Liverpool at Anfield. You could see the face on Coutinho, knowing full well.
Invisible both legs.
I just don't see him really being. You could see even in this game the frustration about being a bit part player at Bayern. I mean, I think the key thing is going to be who comes in as the new Bayern manager, because it's clear that the Bayern team at the moment in time don't seem to. I don't know. Want to play with?
I mean, not to cut you, but from what I've seen, they're actually playing pretty well under Hansi Flick. They've not been able to put away the chances, but they're actually flowing a lot better under Hansi Flick than Niko Kovac, from what I've seen.
That's not hard to do.
But do you think Hansi Flick is do you think he's going to be the permanent Bayern manager?
Let's see what they do this season. No, for me, it's dependent on what. I mean, my thing is that Bayern already have a few names on the shortlist, but they're like, you know what? While we think of who we want, let's see what he does this season. Like, if let's say they get to maybe the semis of the Champions League or the final, and they win the Bundesliga.
You really think this guy Flick will take Bayern to a Champions League?
No, okay, but Red Devil, but the question is, do you think Coutinho can be the guy for Bayern this season in the Champions League?
I don't think under the current management that he will be. But like I said, if Bayern get a different manager, a different type of manager, that it could be. I just think that the current management, I don't think have faith in Coutinho. And so as a result, I just don't think that he is going to do much of Bayern this season.
Okay. Milko. Will Coutinho be able? Oh my God. Okay. BD Core. Do you think Coutinho will be able to do something great for Bayern this season?
I think, yeah, he will be able if he can get a good world-class striker alongside him. I don't consider Lewandowski as a
no.
The delusion is real.
Listen. He needs to show me.
You're joking.
Lewandowski
needs to
will
show me in the
disappear
semis.
in the
The semis, exactly. He always does this every season. In the semifinals of the Champions League, he goes invisible, and that is the problem. Coutinho can become a good player alongside a world-class striker who can actually put the ball in the back of the net in the Champions League
Oh my.
Otherwise
semifinals.
known as Robert Lewandowski. I mean, I agree that he sometimes doesn't show up in the big games, but I mean, you can't say that he's not a world-class striker simply because he quote-unquote doesn't show up in a semifinal.
But that's where we all look. I mean, this is the thing you guys don't understand is the Champions League is the end all be all. So if you fail in the semis, I have to literally throw fire at you because you did not score in the semis. And this guy, for the past 3 or 4 years, he has missed simple, easy tap-in chances that, my goodness, it could have been a goal. Against Atletico, where was he? Such an easy game. You lose against Atletico? Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, man, but I think Coutinho, he will be a very good player under a better striker around him
Oh
because
my.
this is let me tell you something, Matrix. This is the reason why they lost to Mönchengladbach
Wait,
because
no,
of
no, no, okay, no,
Lewandowski.
no, because we have a lot of topics to get through.
Okay.
Very briefly, do you feel that Coutinho, forget Lewandowski, do you feel Coutinho as an individual can be able to inspire Bayern Munich to greatness in Europe this season?
Of course. Of course. I think he has all the tools to do it. I think he has all the tools. He has a Copa America. The guy's experienced. Like he can
A
definitely
minute
take
ago, you said he didn't have
Bayern
the
to the
striker.
Champions League. No,
Okay.
I'm saying like yeah. I think he has a quality, yeah, of course. So yeah.
All right, so actually, let me just get some other guys in here. Hopefully, they should be able to get their things working. All right, Adage 3, is your mic working, bro? Adage 3, is your mic working?
It's on mute.
Oh, but he can unmute himself. Going once, going twice. Okay, Adage 3 ain't working. So let me check out Mr. Samuel. Samuel, is a mic working, bro? Samuel, bro. You know this thing about those open hangouts, man. At least fix your damn mics, man. It's like, okay, so I said, oh, open hangout. Oh my gosh, just please, I want to open hangout. I want to be part of the thing, and you can't even have a walking damn mic. What the hell? What bricks? Yo, Stairkey, is your mic working, bro?
Hello.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yo.
Okay,
Yes.
Stairkey, Coutinho. Do you think Coutinho will be able to inspire Bayern Munich this season as an individual in Europe?
As a Liverpool fan, I don't think he will. I don't think he'll lead them to a Champions League win, or maybe not even a semi, maybe a quarter. But I don't think he'll get them to win the Champions League.
And why not? Do you think because Coutinho isn't good enough, or the Bayern Munich team isn't good enough?
I just don't think I don't think the Bayern team is good enough because the centre backs are crap, and they don't really have a midfield, to be honest. And Coutinho, he's just a shoot merchant. That's all he is.
Wow, damn.
Ooh.
Okay, so now let's write to this next thing, and you know it's good because I think this might be the first time actually I'm hearing a proper Liverpudlian on this whole thing, because so the guy with the accent, he's actually from the soul. So this is a good question to bring in.
Yes.
These guys don't want to lose. Okay, these guys don't want to lose. I get it. What's for that trash? But I'm looking at these guys because this was my notion. Let me start first with this, and I'll give you guys the whole thing. Let me just land first. When Arsenal went invincible, I was like, it's going to be a very long time until we see a team do what Arsenal did. Obviously, it was 49-0, but 38 games in what I consider the most competitive league in the world. I was like, it is going to be a long-ass time till we see a team in the Premier League go through an entire season without losing a single game. I still believe Liverpool will take an L, but every week I see them, I'm like, these guys just don't want to lose. And even when it looks like they're losing, or looks like if they're even drawing a game, they just somehow find a way to win. And my thing is, how long can it keep on going? So let me start first with the man from the soil. So Sterky,
Yes.
I want you to be objective here. objectively, so look at it using your footballing sense. Forget your fans as a from a footballing sense. From what you see this Liverpool team and what Klopp have done, do you believe they can go through an entire season without taking an L, an entire season unbeaten?
No, I don't think so, because it's very, very difficult to go unbeaten. I just think that we'll lose to one of them bottom teams like we usually do.
Oh, okay, so you don't think the loss will come at the Etihad? You think the loss will just come to one of the, so maybe
one of them,
Hampton or a thingy?
one of them teams that are like fighting relegation. One of them teams, like, I don't. So with the big teams, I think it'll step up, like United, Arsenal. But it's just them small teams. Them.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so let me bring in Terra Complicatus then. Do you believe Liverpool will go through in the entire season unbeaten?
No, it's 38 games, and to go that entire season without losing one game, just Liverpool have a Champions League title to defend. They have the Club World Cup. They have all these other things. I just don't see Liverpool going 38 games unbeaten. I think they can go close like they did last season, but 38 games unbeaten, 0 losses, an X0 record. No, I just don't see that happening.
Okay. Red Devil Studio. Can Liverpool go on unbeaten?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm a United fan, as you can see by the thought of that. It's just sickening, actually. But
try and be objective. I know how much it must pain you, but try to be objective. From what you've seen of this team in a footballing sense, can Klopp make them go unbeaten?
I mean, to be honest, I'm going to buck the trend of everyone said. Like, it's possible. I'm actually shitting myself. It is actually, sorry, I was swearing. It's actually possible that they could do it. And I'll tell. And from my perspective, when I see Liverpool play, the couple of things is that this season anyway, the depth of the team seems to be more than it was in previous seasons. You know, with your Caters and Oxes, we've seen that when Klopp has rotated the team, the players that have come into the squad, it's like there's been no change. Yes, they might not have been played, they're putting teams away 4-5-0, etc., but they're still getting the job done. Alisson gets injured and their backup keeper comes in. Did that change anything? No, it didn't change anything. The highlight for me of this was when, I don't have any Arsenal fans here, when Liverpool's under-23s basically bantered Arsenal's Europa League squad. Now, I know Emery was still the manager, but I mean, these are Liverpool's under-23s, test tube babies that battered or experienced Arsenal players. You know, so you've got, not only have you got depth in your first team, but you've got the added addition of some, you know, Brian under-23s, Ryan Bruce, and all the rest of them. So, you know, and given the fact that Liverpool will be they could possibly be 20 points clear by January. They could be. Leicester drop points today. Leicester, they could literally be 20 points clear by January. You know, they won't be playing with the pressure. So I think the fact they will be playing with pressure could mean that they could go unbeaten. You know, it's scary.
Wow. Okay. Gatlock, can they go unbeaten?
No.
Whoa. Why not?
Look, as amazing as these guys are, we've not seen them post Club World Cup. We've not really seen them have that much injury, because basically whenever they have an injury, one of the other guys are available. Like, I don't think there's been a game. Yeah, you still get the result. I don't think there has been a game where both Salah and Mane, you have a critical game and they are both missing. Like, one of them are usually there. And that's okay. I don't think there's been a game that Van Dijk has been missing. I don't think they've gone through that spell yet. However,
okay, so you think that they are due a slump then?
Yeah, but not that much of a slump, just like a little bit of a slump. Like maybe they just drop like 5 points or 7 points or something like that. But
just remember, Liverpool haven't lost a game in the Premier League since City in January.
Damn,
that's been the last lot. And they, to be honest, but for that sniver of a ball coming across the line, you know, I think it was a John Torres that cleared it off. They would have drawn that game. They've lost one game all year in the Premier League, and that was to Manchester City just. Let that sink in.
Yeah, okay, I get it. They've only lost one game, but still, things can change in football, man. Like, for example, look at Barcelona 2017-2018. Who thought it would be Levante that would end their run? Like, seriously.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was some crazy stuff when I saw that.
The penultimate game of the season, they just screwed up.
You, bro.
Like,
I'm telling you.
And they considered 5 goals, man. 5. It was 5.
That's so true.
A hat-trick.
These names just
They lost the clowns. They lost the clowns.
This is how weird.
Imagine your winning run again.
By Levante. So that dude that said is one of the teams that are fighting relegation. It is possible, man. It can even take a special ones masterclass to actually end their run. Who knows?
Oh, no.
That kind of stuff.
No.
It's true.
Bro, that would be crazy.
Special one.
If Uncle Boo did it, that would be hilarious, man. Okay, wait, let me bring this point. Wait. Easy. Let me bring this point here. Barca's ref robbed Chelsea. Can Liverpool go unbeaten, yes or no? Wow.
What? What?
Okay.
No, they won't. Sorry, they won't.
Why not?
I mean, it's going to be one of them games where you can just see a Leicester away or a Wolves away where they think it's easy and they might slip up. It might go 2 down or 3-1 down, and then they'll try to fight back and then they just lose it. I think they'll go to games like City away or Tottenham away and just look for a draw. I think towards the end of the season, they'll think, you know what, forget the league, we already won that. We need to go unbeaten now. They'll start getting in their minds too much. Like same with, I think with Arsenal's game, Arsenal's fraudulent Invincibles season. I think with their one, it was more about winning the title towards the end of the season. This one, I think they'll have the league wrapped up by March or February. And towards the end, when they go to this game like City away or Chelsea, they'll start thinking, let's draw the game. And that's when they get punished.
Oh, wow. Okay. BD Cole. Can they go unbeaten? Yes or no? Can they go unbeaten? BD Cole.
HH, I really do think they can go unbeaten this season. I don't know why, because there's something that
wait. BD Cole, please, I'm begging you, don't mention Laesi and that semi-final and Champions League. Please, just don't use that argument. Just use different arguments, please. I'm begging you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think the reason why I'm saying Liverpool. Okay, actually, I'm gonna say they're not gonna go unbeaten, to be honest. But what I will say is, I know they're definitely gonna win the title this season. City they just look so off pace this season, and I can see Leicester getting points out of them. I can see Wolves getting points out of them. I can see even Arsenal tomorrow. I can see Arsenal getting points out of City. It's me really being
relax, Bilico, relax, chill.
It could happen.
It's Lundberg. Relax.
But if they catch them on the counter, imagine City can't handle the counter.
Lundberg is a brick. Please, just he's a brick. Carry on.
Okay. All right. Anyways, but all I'm saying is I think Liverpool can win the title this season. I think they have
no. But do you think they can go? Do you think they will go unbeaten? Not think. Do you think they will go unbeaten?
To be honest, I can't say, because the Premier League's unpredictable. To be honest, like anything can happen. You can lose to Southampton. Like you could lose to Burnley one day. Like anything can happen in the Premier League. So I'm gonna say no. But I think they're gonna win the league. That one is a guarantee. Yeah.
Okay. Adage 3. Liverpool, can they go unbeaten?
Yes, Liverpool can go unbeaten. I could see them getting a couple.
Boost your mic, man. Boost your mic. We can't hear. Boost your mic.
I have to take out my mic. This is my earphones.
All right. Talk louder.
Right? Yeah, Liverpool are going to go undefeated. The only teams that could take points off of them are Man City, Leicester, and Tottenham away. And at worst, those would be draws.
Manchester United, man. Don't forget Man U. We're the only teams to take points in Liverpool.
Bro.
Man U at Anfield, they're getting dusted. They're getting dusted.
I mean, look. I mean, the way Oli has been doing against these big teams, I don't know, man. All right. So let's move on from that. So before we leave the Premier League, just one quick fire thing, man. All right, to show that I'm okay. Look, all right, look. Okay, look, it was all about the Champions League anyway. So the Chelsea's priority was never the Premier League. So look,
Excuses.
Man, let me land, man. Let me land. Relax. What the hell? So look, the thing is look, okay. It was always about the Champions League. So like the Premier League was never really a thing. So it was a side thing. So look, my thing is that who's going to make top four? That's my thing. Who's going to make top four? So Tara, who's going to make top four?
Liverpool. Obviously, I don't have to explain that one. I'm gonna say Leicester. With the way they've been performing, I could see top four, seeing as just to finish in the top four positions. I don't see Leicester falling off a cliff. Chelsea, maybe in like fourth. They're somewhat comfortable in the top four position. And for some reason I don't see Lampard doing an Ole, and then I see. You may call me crazy for this, but I see either Tottenham or Man United. No. Tottenham, Man City, or Man City. Man City, and then it's either Chelsea, Tottenham, or Man United. I'm not sure which of those.
Choose one. Do Chelsea?
Fine. Tottenham. You know what? Lampard will do an Ole. He'll fall off a cliff. And Mourinho, your boy, will come in and fill the place. So it'll be Liverpool, Leicester, City, and Spurs.
As long as Chelsea win the Champions League, they'll be back in the Champions League, even if they don't come top four. So that's the plan.
Oh my God!
Ready? It's easy. Moving on. You don't have to add anything. You've already talked. What the hell? Red Devil Studio. Who comes top four? Can only miraculously make that top four?
Oh geez. Yes, he can. But obviously that's going to have to come with consistency. Like United are the only one of the top six sides that have beaten City, beaten Chelsea, beaten Spurs, beaten Leicester, taken points off Liverpool. And obviously we've lost to banter teams like Crystal Palace and Southampton. I think a lot of it will actually be based on whether United will actually win against Everton. Because if we beat Everton, then Watford, I could see United going on a run and potentially seal that top four spot. If we're talking about who I think is obviously going to finish top four, obviously Liverpool, no doubt. Leicester, I think will just about peg it as well.
With Leicester for second. Oh, okay, but you just said top four for Leicester. You say?
Yes, yeah. I think Leicester will be second because people in City because maybe this is a risk me saying this. I think Mourinho can do something with Spurs, and I think people are going to question. But the thing is with City. Just hear me out here with City's losses. Just hear me out here. They should do it, but the thing is, City's losses this season, right? Okay, they've lost to Wolves. Okay, they've lost to Norwich. They've dropped points against Newcastle, and they've lost to arguably one of the worst United teams in decades. What happens when City play against Leicester? What happens when City play against them? What happens when City play against, I would argue, moderately tougher opposition? Given the fact that we know that they're weaker, I don't think that their top four spot is guaranteed, So if Spurs go on a good run, if United go on a good run, they could see themselves out of the top four, possibly.
Okay. Sterky, who comes top four?
Is there an order or just random?
No. Do it in order. I want to hear it in order. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Liverpool. I think that will win the league. Man City.
Okay.
Leicester. They get third. Look really good. And is it stupid for me to say that Wolves can get top four?
What?
Why not?
I get that Wolves are a good team, but come on.
Sheffield United over Wolves,
bro.
man.
Come on, bro. Are you serious, yo?
Okay. So Sterky, so explain why you believe that Wolves will be able to outlast United, Tottenham, and Chelsea to claim the fourth position.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying they will. I'm saying is it stupid for me to say?
Oh, no. It's not. I mean, like, it's not because I say the Wolves are a damn good team. They're a damn good team, and I think basically, if they can come fourth. If they come fourth, That
they
would be
fifth in
an
the league right now?
incredible achievement by Nuno Espirito Santo. So
Okay.
that's what I'm. Okay, so yeah, okay, no. Look, that's cool. Okay, boom, rules for 4. All right. Gatlock, who is your top 4? 1, 2, 3, and 4.
My top 4 is gonna be Liverpool, obviously, City, Leicester, and I'm going to put a shout for Tottenham.
Why? So basically, you believe in your boy Nkumu?
The thing is, man, he has started great. I don't know how he'll be come mid-season, or like in March, April, February, around the time. However, he has the experience, man, and I feel he can actually he has better players in Tottenham rather than when he was in United. And I actually do feel that he has more consistency than Ole and Lampard right now. And yeah, I think he will enter the top 4.
I think he'll get top 4 ahead of Chelsea and United.
Yeah, well, sadly I feel Chelsea and United will be hearing this.
Gatlock, switch that damn thing. That crap, man. No, seriously, that song is banned from this place, man. Come on, Gatlock, don't do that. Come on, please. Come on.
It won't be banned come May for you, HH.
Don't do that, bro. Come on. We're trying to go for a seal. We're trying to go for a seal here, man. Just chill. Please, thank you. Man, guys are crazy. People come up with some all these crazy usernames. Carvajal greater than Maradona.
Serious, yo? Are you serious, yo?
Wait.
Actually, you have a point. He has 3 UCLs. Carvalho's
Wait. Chill, man.
Who has more CLs? Yes,
Chill. Before I ask you this question, why the bloody hell did you come up with that stupid username? Yo, do you have a mic?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Talk, man. Why did you come up with that bloody username, man? Why? Why did you come up with that username?
I feel like Maradona is easily top 5 most overrated players to ever grace football.
Oh my god. Really?
He has a point.
No. Sorry, he's out, bro.
Nah.
Like, I mean, you see, okay, let me say this right now. I know people will say that I was childish of doing that, and all opinions are welcome. Some opinions just aren't welcome. So if you come on to a football channel and say Armando Maradona is amongst one of the most overrated players ever,
no.
Easy. I think you have to return back to the womb.
No. I don't think he's overrated.
Return back to the womb, and the umbilical cord should have never been chopped off. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah.
Adage 3. Top 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Adage 3, man. Where's the mic, man? Adage 3, talk, man. That's crazy, man. BD call, man. Give me 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Top 4, bro.
So HH, personally for me, I'm gonna say Liverpool is gonna be first, number 1. And I'm still gonna stick with Leicester to be second. I'm not gonna lie, HH. Today's game was very, very difficult for Leicester. Like, Norwich is not easy to just break down like that. You know what I'm trying to say? They beat City. They gave Chelsea a tough time. They've given other teams like Arsenal and so forth a tough time. So it's, it wasn't easy to beat Norwich today, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy. But what I will say is, I still feel like Leicester is going to finish second place. That's a guarantee for me. Yeah, I still think, because, bro, look, HH, whatchamacallit, City, bro, Laporte just got injured, and they don't even have.
He's back in January, I think. He's back in January or February.
He's back in January, but the problem is City still have these complacencies in them in terms of defensive wise. They don't have a company. City don't have company anymore. They don't have.
There's also the fact that City might actually prioritize the Champions League now, because they're going to know that the Premier League is done.
It's done. Yeah,
careful, man. But
it's done.
That thing, man.
My point is that if you look at all the other clubs, okay, so the third one, I think I'm gonna go with I think Tottenham. Tottenham's gonna be third.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Third.
Mourinho
fourth then?
Mourinho knows how to get it done. This is
Who's
what a
fourth,
lot of
man?
people don't. Fourth, I'm gonna go with United.
So you're leaving
Yes.
City out of top 4.
Yeah, bro, City's irrelevant in 2019. Like they shouldn't
You do
even be
realize in
mentioned.
the calendar year 2019 they won the Premier League with
Bro,
98
they
points,
lost
right?
to
That's
Ole Gunnar
technically
Solskjaer.
top 4.
They lost to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a United manager who literally was building up pressure in the beginning of the season, and people were throwing shade at him in the beginning of the season just for losing to teams like Sheffield United and so forth. You know what I'm trying to say? You can't be losing to United 2-0.
Okay,
I mean
I mean,
2-1.
Chelsea and PSG also lost to United this calendar year, but okay.
Might I add at home as well? At home.
Exactly, at home. At
Easy.
home.
We're going to the next topic, and just to say, I'll just say a warning for guys here. There's a guy in the backstage of this hangout, and his username is Hairless Hack. Now, you can't come onto this platform and just straight up insult me and my hair, and I'm not going to allow you to speak. So the guy who's waiting in the backstage with the username Hairless Hack, you're going to be remaining there in the backstage until you show some respect to your boy HH. Thank you. So let's keep this. Actually, wait. Marvelous, is your mic working? Marvelous. God, those useless people, man. So Arsenal, Man City. Tara, just give me a score. Arsenal, Man City, give me a score.
Arsenal 0, Man City 3. Or Arsenal 1, Man City 4. Yeah, Arsenal 1, Man City 4. That's my prediction.
So yes, so you say 3-0 or 4-0?
Okay, I'm saying 4-1. That is my final scoreline, 4-1. All right, Man City's defense without Laporte, it's basically non-existent now. But it's Arsenal managed by the brick of all bricks, Lundberger, however you pronounce his name.
Wow. Okay. Red Devil Studio scoreline: Man City, Arsenal.
Okay, I'll give this one to City. But I think Arsenal will score. So I think 3-1 to City. 3-1 to City.
Okay. Staircase scoreline.
I'll say 4-2 City.
This guy's gonna be destroyed. Gatlock.
Man, I don't know.
The hell? Give me a score, man. What do you mean you don't know? Give me a bloody score, man.
Look, I know how City will play, however, but what's their name? Arsenal. Those guys, I can never tell what their lineup is going to be, man. I don't know if he's going to play Pepe, Aubameyang, or Aubameyang.
You're talking to guys who almost lost to West Ham. Andrew with Standard Liège. Give me a bloody scoreline, bro.
All right. They have Mustafi in the back, Socrates, and some other funny names. 4-1 or 3-1, one of them.
All right, thank you. Thank you. A proper guy, man. BD call, give me a scoreline, man.
I'm gonna say this. Pep is overrated. I'm going with 2-0 Arsenal. Yeah. This is what you have to understand. Look, Pep, his football is so redundant. He's gonna play the same possession football. He's gonna play Angelino as a defender. He's gonna make the same mistakes that he did against United. And I feel like Lundberg is gonna do a Solskjaer on Pep tomorrow because he's so overrated. I don't even know why we still rate this guy in 2019. Thank you.
Okay. Now, we have the big one. Wednesday, El Clasico. So,
yep.
I want to just really put the focus on El Clasico right now because I want this whether you want to call it a podcast to be time specific. So I don't really want to talk too much about the Real Madrid and Valencia game. So I just want to keep this mainly on El Clasico. So whatever happens, whether Real wins or not, I just want us just to keep our thing on El Clasico. Now, here's my take. Obviously, my preview will be dropping Monday evening. My preview will drop Tuesday. But I'm already gonna give you spoiler alert. Barcelona are winning this game. It's at the Camp Nou. No Hazard, no Marcelo. Barcelona are much better at the Camp Nou than they are away from home, as has been seen by their results this season. So I just see this as a pretty much simple win for Barcelona. And I think it's sad and unfortunate that Zidane wasn't around to really pretty much show that he is the next big thing in the world. He's the future of football. Young
future at 27 years
relax,
old.
man. Just relax, Sarah. Can I land? Thank you. To show that he's the next young thing that's trying to bring in the youth and the next generation of football. So Terra, El Clasico. How are you viewing El Clasico? Who do you think can take it?
If we do not win this match, all right, Eden Hazard is gone, Marcelo is gone. We have basically 0 injuries to remain starting 11. If we don't, and it's at home, if we don't win this El Clasico, my God, Don Ernesto has gotten a new level of brickery. If we don't win this, so in case you can already guess, I think we'll win this. And I think it'll be by a fairly comfortable margin. Maybe not by the 5-1 or something like that, like last season. I think we can go for, let's say, 3-1 is possible. 3-1. Their defense isn't the best in the world. Midfield is still pretty solid. Our Cruz and the young kid Valverde is doing a good job. Their attack, I'm not sure. Hazard's gone. Bale is basically hated by all the Madrid fans, and Benzema is just there. So I think 3-1. And seeing how leaky our defense is, 3-1's, I think, how it'll turn out.
Steerke, Barcelona, Real Madrid. How do you see it?
I see Barcelona smashing Real Madrid because they have no Zad and the defense is very bad. And the midfield's getting old, so I see Barca smashing these about 4-0.
Damn!
Hope so.
I hate Real Madrid. The way Zidane said, if we get Liverpool, we will beat them. The cheek on him. Don't even say that about my club.
What?
Damn, circumcision, man. Red Devil Studio, man. Barca, Real Madrid. Do Real have any chance? Should they even bother turning up? Red Devil Studio.
I'm going to go against the trend and say Real Madrid could win this game. I know everyone might laugh at me sort of for that, but I guess not that I've watched La Liga. I think, to be honest, this is probably the weakest Barcelona Real Madrid sides that we've seen in quite some time.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
I would say Barca. Weakest.
BDCO, relax. Red Devil Studio, if you do your point.
No, I just, you have in the Barca team, you have I think Sergio Busquets, who I think is the brick and who needs to be inducted into the academy fairly soon. HH.
Gerard King needs to be inducted now.
Busquets needs to be inducted now, in my opinion. And Valverde, for me, the thing for me is that Zidane, although Zidane has gotten worse, I think, as a manager, I still feel like tactically he can do things in a game to change a game, even though we just. And I think Valverde can't. I think Valverde ultimately is relying on a Messi masterclass. If Messi turns up, okay, fine, they'll do it. But if they immobilize Messi, then Valverde just doesn't seem to have a plan. He doesn't seem to have a way of sorting things out. And I just think that Real Madrid go to the Camp Nou with nothing to lose. And they could do it. Yeah, go on.
I'd like to make a point. You're saying that if Real Madrid immobilize Messi, that Real Madrid have a good chance of winning, which is true. But you're talking about a Messi who has done incredibly well since his return from injury, and it's an El Clasico at the Camp Nou.
And where? Camp Nou.
How are you entertaining the possibility of Real Madrid stopping Messi?
What was the score Barcelona scored today? What happened? I'm asking for a friend, actually. Was Messi playing?
But away from home. Away from home.
Again,
everyone has good tactics.
I'm not saying that Messi's it's important. What I'm trying to say is I'm thinking about for the coach, and for me, Valverde. Valverde is a brick coach. And I just think that if Messi doesn't turn up, and there's a possibility
It's
that
an
he
El
doesn't
Clasico.
even if it's El Clasico, like where was Messi at Anfield in the 4-0 battering? Like when they should have gone
Thank
through
you.
to the
Thank you.
Champions League.
Thank
Or
you.
with
that-
anyone is the better
BD,
question.
relax. Okay, wait. Red Devil today. Just give me a give me a scoreline. Give me a scoreline.
2-1 to Real Madrid.
Okay.
Oh my God, what are you? Oh my.
Wait, Sarah, relax. Just relax. It's a prediction. Samuel, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Samuel. And this dude said that he was waiting all this time without a bloody flipping mic, man. Marvelous. Is your mic working there? Marvelous.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, okay, I hear you. Yes. Real Madrid, Barcelona. How do you see the game going?
Well, for starters, I think we're in for a shock here. I think Real Madrid is gonna go above and beyond and beat Barcelona. Now,
How?
I feel
The
that
Barca is real.
Barcelona can be exposed defensively, and I feel that Zidane is going to be able to put together a tactical approach that just thwarts whatever that good earn is going to do.
Can I?
Wait, Sarah. Let him finish. Let him finish, please.
And as far as scorelines are concerned, I think it's going to be 3-2 Barcelona. And at the very worst, 3-2 Real Madrid, and at the very worst, it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
Ooh, okay. All right, Gatlock. How do you see this game going, Gatlock?
Well, I actually thought I was going to be the only one who would say the away guys will probably win. Look, I know Barcelona are playing very, very well. They have Leo Messi and everything is going smoothly for them in a way. But
They drew to Sociedad. It's not how smooth. They drew to Sociedad, bro. Relax.
yeah, but that's their bogey team. They've been having problems there since like 2011.
They drew, man.
This entire decade. Look, to be fair, Real Madrid look like they're actually going for this La Liga. They've been doing well defensively.
With Kroos and Modric, how old are Kroos and Modric? Can they last with those old legs? Carry on.
Yeah, but dude, trust in Valverde, not Ernesto Fede. The guy can actually do something. He's been playing very well. And Rodrigo, who knows? This might be his chance to actually shine in a Clasico. I just feel that it's a derby and form does not usually matter in games like this. I feel Real Madrid could do something. I don't think it's going to be as easy as everybody think. I could be wrong. It is at the Camp Nou, and Barcelona have a very good record at the Camp Nou. But for the sake of football, I want Real Madrid to win because, dude, 7 times in this decade, come on, man. Barcelona, you go for the Champions League, forget the La Liga.
Okay. BD Core.
Oh no.
Oh Lord.
Oh boy.
Guys, you
Take
haven't
cover.
even let me say a word. I'm speaking facts, so I mean, I'm just gonna say the facts.
BD. Okay. BD Core. Just make it brief, bro.
Okay. So I just want to remind everybody on Tuesday, May 11th, a boy named Ansu Fati was confirmed better than Laessi.
Yes.
He actually scored.
What does that mean?
Facts.
Listen. He actually scored in San Siro. Perez scored in San Siro. So you know what this means? This means that if Barcelona know this, then that means Perez and Fati combined are bigger than Laessi's whole entire football career. That is what it's trying to tell me right here, right now.
Are you not joking? Please tell me you're joking.
I'm serious. I'm stating the facts. Now to the game itself, let me be honest, all right? To the game itself, there's a way to stop. There's a way to stop Laessi. I keep saying this. There's a way to stop Laessi, all right? And I think a lot of Real Madrid midfielders, what they need to watch is the game that United played against Barcelona. in Old Trafford last season, where Scott McTominay was all over Laessi.
Mm.
You get what I'm trying to say? And I think my thing here is Valverde can defend Laessi. So if Valverde tries to go behind the back of Laessi and intercept the ball, he has more of a chance of causing havoc to Laessi, and Laessi will be non-existent in the game. I'm telling you, Scott McTominay did it. Why can't Valverde do it? You know what I'm trying to say? It's very possible. For me though, this is what I'm gonna say, okay? With the ballers that Barcelona have, them
Give me
being
a
so
score,
good
man. Just give me a bloody score, man.
because they're all Camp Nou merchants. Because of
Just
all
tell
them
us
being
the
Camp Nou
the
merchants,
scoreline already.
they
BD call, give
away.
me a bloody score. BD call, give me a score.
Okay, I'll give you a score, right? Because they're at home, HH. You know what? I'm gonna go with a shocking 1-0 Real Madrid win. Yeah,
All right,
I'm gonna go with that.
Messi with a red chip in your head.
You've talked.
Yeah.
Just one question. This dude called Bidico. Weren't you hardcore Barca before?
Okay. So Gallock, let me tell you something. All right. I wanna let you explain. I wanna explain to you. So the thing is, right? That club is awful. How can you be leading 3-0 in the first leg and lose 4-0 in a second leg?
Don Ernesto, simple as.
You're crazy. You're psycho if you're losing 4-0 to Liverpool.
Yeah, but
Who
this
You
one
literally
ask
was
is
how
down
Liverpool. Like
3-0
PSG
in the
fans
first
exist
leg.
then.
it's Liverpool. They're a good team. I thought it to be Roma.
But wait, Gatlock, in his defense, how do you lose 4-0?
Thank you.
After
Thank
after
you.
3-0. Like let's keep it real. Wait, no, guys, let's keep it real because I'm sorry, man. Let's keep it real. How do you win 3-0 in the first game and you proceed
Exactly.
at the exact scoreline to make it go
Online.
to lose 4-0?
Oh my god.
Can't
Only
baller,
two words,
Messi baller,
Don
Messi
Ernesto.
baller.
It is
Can't
simple.
score one, but they can't give me. Oh, bro, give me no Gatlock.
Give me
If
a
I
break, man. Give me a
It's
break.
not their first 4-0. PSG did it to them.
Relax, look, we're moving on, man. Look, Stuart's down, man. Give me a bloody scoreline, man, in this thing, man.
It's set up too perfectly for Barca to win. So I can see a scrappy. I can see a nil. It's got a 0-0 written all over it. Or I can see a 1-1. Or I can see a 1-0 Real Madrid. I don't see Barca winning at all.
What the?
So what scoreline do you give me then?
2-0 Real Madrid.
Wow. All right, Bankai. I suppose this is Bankai Rage. Bankai, is the mic working?
Yes, it is.
All right, so Bankai, your boys then. How do you think your boys will play against Barcelona El Clasico on Wednesday? Can they get that W at the new camp?
Yes, I think Real Madrid are going to get the W at the new camp. I think Zidane is going to have them really, really fine-tuned. Zidane hasn't lost at the Camp Nou since he started. Like, I don't think Zidane has ever taken an L at the Camp Nou. It's either been a win or a draw. I think he has everything set up to leave the Camp Nou. 3-1 is the score, I think. I think 3-1, and Real Madrid are going to win.
And you don't think that... Wait, easy. So you don't think that Real Madrid will struggle without the attacking prominence of Hazard and Marcelo?
I think they'll struggle. They're going to struggle with the attacking. They're going to struggle without them. But Real Madrid, like, I think Isco is going to slot in and try to do what Isco. Yes, Isco. Isco is going to slot in to try and cover what Hazard has to do. And I think the Real Madrid are just going to they're going to have what it takes. I expect Bale to show up. Beast mode has to show up for this. I expect Beast mode to show up. Benzema is going to score his goals. Valverde is dominating the midfield. Real Madrid are going to surprise a lot of people. They're going to
Frankie de Jong's going to stop Valverde, but that's fine.
Okay.
Frankie de Jong, my gosh.
No. Look, we shall see how it all goes. We shall see how it all goes, man. So,
show de Jong some respect.
Let's relax, bro. Relax. We're now moving on to the big one now. We're moving on So the big one right now. Let me just get everything all sorted in right now. Okay, boom, we're cool. So Champions League draw on Monday. I thank the Lord for He is good, because Chelsea won't be in that bloody Europa crap. God, look, if you play that piece of crap,
And his mercy shall endure forever.
Gatlock, I'm warning you, don't you dare play that down, because I'll throw you out of this hangout. Thank you. So the thing here is this. I need to let's start off first with this. I want to talk PSG. And I want to hear a right answer here. And if I don't hear a right answer here, I'm going to be pissed off. So let's start first with Tara. And remember, there's a right answer here. Are PSG one of the favorites going into this draw? Are they a team to be feared?
There's only one. There's a one-word, two-letter answer. No. No.
Even with Neymar.
What has Neymar done for them? All he's done is get injured, go to his sister's birthday, and then bottle Champions League. That's it. That's all he's done.
So you don't. So going into this, you think so. Basically, if let's see. So if if Napoli faced PSG, so could Napoli beat PSG?
Yes, because PSG, the players have the backbone of a jellyfish. They keep bottling. They have no.
Hallelujah.
They don't have the mentality to win the Champions League or make up semifinal.
Hallelujah. Preach, Tara.
So Chelsea could beat. So if Chelsea drew PSG, Chelsea could beat PSG. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, yes, Chelsea could easily beat PSG. Because they have no mentality. All they have is star players who are comfortable, who perform well in the Farmers League, and then when push comes to shove in the Champions League, they just turn off invisible incognito mode.
Okay, all right. Steerkey, should PSG? Do you count PSG as one of the favorites for the Champions League?
There's a yes and a no.
Okay.
The yes is the yes is they've got Mbappe, Neymar, Cavani. They've been very, very good in group stages, but the no is the history of the Champions League. They have not reached a semi. I think they've not reached a semi, and will they ever reach a semi with their manager?
Well, for me, I say no. I say no. All right, Gatlock, PSG, are they one of the favorites? Yes or no?
Favorites for the Champions League? No, they're not. I don't think. When was the last time they were in the semifinals?
Bro, this iteration, they've now sniffed the semifinals in this iteration with this money. Not once.
Okay, then yeah, no. I don't think they're favorites for the. I think they'll get to like the quarterfinals, but yeah, they're not favorites, man. If the wind is too strong, Neymar could get injured. Verratti likes the league on, so.
You got to relax, man. Show some respect in the best midfield in the world, man. Relax.
Uber Eats, man. You called it Uber Eats, and I should be the one showing respect.
Liga doesn't deserve respect.
No, look, he will leave soon, man. Relax. He's gonna leave soon. Relax. Just chill. Just relax, Verratti.
Soon Mbappe will sign a new contract, and yeah, he too will be there as well.
No. He's leaving. He's not signing a new contract. He's leaving.
If you say so, man.
He's leaving. So basically, so you're saying PSG are not to be feared?
Nope. No.
All right. Red Devil Studio, PSG. Are they? Do you put them as one of the favorites? A team to be feared in the draw?
I mean, as a United fan, I'm sure a lot of you watched a game last season where no one thought the United were going to win against PSG in Paris. We sent a team of academy players and B team players with Lukaku up top.
Buffon, no, Red, no. Say the full story.
Okay.
Gianluigi Brick Buffon, that piece of crap who should retire already, was
walk up winner.
That's fucking loser.
Even with Gianluigi, though, come on, with the quality that they had, come on, we had academy players.
Buffon's brickery permeated like a disease throughout that entire team.
Walk up winner.
Him just being there was the cause. I blame him, but carry on.
Fine, okay. Do I think that they're favourites? No, because I think that Liverpool are favourites. Let's be frank.
Oh my!
Oh, no, chill. No, we'll get that. We're gonna get to Liverpool separately. We'll get that. But
I
so why don't you believe that PSG, with all the money, flipping Neymar, flipping Mbappe, all the talent, that they shouldn't even be feared? They're not even one of the favorites.
Because the league, the PSG have essentially already won league on already now. I don't know, they're like maybe 50 points clear already. Like, you can't. I don't think you can switch it on and off. You can't play lower teams week in, week out, and then turn it up in the Champions League. You need that competition, you need the opposition. And PSG don't have that in their domestic league, so to then go into the Champions League and think that they're going to step it up against the Barca, against Liverpool, even against a competitive Leipzig, or Napoli, they're just not going to do it, because these teams play in more competitive leagues. Even Leipzig are playing in a competitive Bundesliga right now, which is more than League One. So they just don't have a competitive league.
Okay. Stuart Downing, PSG, are they a team to be feared?
I think they're going to win the TL.
Oh my!
There's always one.
Oh, the second Montaz arrived. Man.
There's always one.
Can I elaborate?
There's always one. There's always one person who's trying to be bloody cool. There's always one person.
It's second Montaz.
Before you bloody land, even after the miracle at Camp Nou, even after these guys showed up against you United, in what galaxy? In what flipping galaxy can you open your rotten mouth and say this team will win the flipping Champions League? Please, I'm begging you, please explain the crap that just came out of your mouth.
But listen, last season, I think we should know by now, PSG got robbed last season against United. PSG got robbed.
What?
They were robbed. That wasn't a handball. They got
robbed. Still shouldn't bottle it against United at your own home, all right? You can't give that penalty as an excuse.
Okay, and Barca sniffed the semi-final, right? Look, I'll give you a clear example of why PSG are the strongest team in the season. They haven't lost a game this season so far in the CL.
They did well in the group stage last season.
Club Brugge, Galatasaray. Tell the full story. Club Brugge and Galatasaray. Carry on.
Okay. Well, better squad than Liverpool. Better squad than Barca. Better squad than Real.
It's funny how this narrative keeps going.
Come on,
wait. Let him land.
No, look, they've got a stronger attack than Liverpool. I won't lie. They've got a stronger attack than Barca, stronger attack than Real.
Oh my!
I think the only thing missing is probably the key opponent is that second centre back next to Thiago, and that right back spot. I think their team is pretty much more complete. I think now they've gained more of a winning mentality now. Now they've tasted the thirst of playing.
What makes them so special this season?
Well, they spanked Real out of town. But if they play Liverpool, they beat Liverpool last season. If they play Barca, they beat them. But they've shown they can beat Barca. They've shown they can beat Real. They've shown they can beat Liverpool. Who can't they beat then?
Hold on.
They showed that they couldn't beat United, but
Okay, but they slapped 4 past Barca in the first leg, but no one wants to talk about that.
When the PSG beat those guys, when it didn't really matter, man, in the group stage, their mentality, their mentality is weak.
No. Basically, wait.
I think this season is different. They've got a fit and firing Di Maria. They've got a prime
PSG beat Barcelona 4-0. That season was supposed to be different too.
No, but they've got a fit and firing Di Maria. They've got a prime Mbappe. They've got Neymar coming into his best form in the season so far.
Dude, I can't promise you those guys.
When is Neymar showing up for PSG in the Champions League?
Those guys will lose.
It's fine. Okay, it's as if he thinks that they can win it.
I think they would comfortably beat Liverpool in the semis.
What? Okay, no. Okay, BD Core. Should PSG be a team that should be feared? Yes or no?
No. Okay. And here's why I'll say this. For the past 6 or 5 years now, their project has been a failure.
Damn.
They've had so many chances to resurrect themselves. You had United last season, easy peasy team. one of the worst United sides last season. And they lost to one of the worst United sides, and they lost to a manager who was not even good tactically in Europe. So my thing here is, for PSG, they've always been irrelevant in 2019. That's just facts. Let's be honest here. They have always bottled in the recent years, and this is the problem. My problem with them is I think they're only gonna reach round of 16s max. That's all I think they're gonna reach this season. I don't see them going to quarterfinals.
Whoa, wait. Round of 16, excuse me?
Yeah, round of
I
16
think this
max.
guy is speaking facts.
Round of 16 max. Let me tell you why, okay?
Wait, pretty cool.
The UCL is not
These
about.
guys are not going to get past the round of 16. Are you?
They're not.
I agree.
They're not.
That
Let me
actually
tell you
sounds
something.
about right. I agree.
Let me tell you something, all right?
No, wait. Pidico, let me say this. If that happens, this club needs to be thrown out of the Champions League.
They need to be inducted.
Throw
They
them
should
out.
be inducted and throw them
Throw
out.
them out.
Yeah,
Have
like
they not been
I mean,
past the round of
I'm saying
16 in
this.
the last 3 seasons?
No. Let this be clear here. I'm saying this right now. If PSG gets knocked out in the round of 16, I am begging you, they should be banned from this competition for at least 3 seasons. At least. That's what I'm saying. But carry on, Pidico.
And the one thing that you have to also understand about PSG is they all play like individuals. They're not a cohesive team. There's
Yes.
no team chemistry. Like there's no type of, you see Liverpool, like you have Mane, Salah, Firmino. You know what I'm trying to say? There's this kind of team chemistry between the midfield and the attack. But when you look at PSG, all they have is a good squad, but a lot of them are just individualism players. They're just individuals and they like to play for
These are some
themselves.
good points.
So my thing here is, and I'll say this, UCL is not about you having the best squad in the world, because Spurs didn't spend a single penny on a player last summer, and guess what? They made it to a Champions League finals. So that is what I'm gonna end in that.
Round of 16 there, round of 16.
Yeah, that's my point. Round of 16s max.
All right. So basically, remember, guys, we've got over 200 dudes in here. Like that vid, hit the like button. If you're loving this beautiful discussion, you're loving the debates by all the guys, show us your love and hit that like button. Hit the like button so more and more people can obviously watch this beautiful podcast after it finishes. Marvelous. PSG, are they a team to be feared? Yes or no?
Listen, guys, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. I feel like when you dominate in a low caliber league, such as Uber Eats Ligue 1, you lack an elite winning mentality. PSG have a mentality problem. I think if they draw Leipzig, they lose. If they draw Tottenham, they lose. If they draw Napoli, they lose. If they draw Chelsea, they lose.
Damn.
Now,
if they draw Atalanta, we can't say guaranteed win.
Actually, no. Atlanta's possible. Atlanta's possible. I actually think Atlanta's.
Listen, guys.
I said we can't guarantee a win, so basically it is possible.
Winning the Champions League isn't about having a bunch of prima donnas that play like individualists in your team. It's about having a solid core who are willing to get gritty and get that W at all costs. Tell me who makes up that strong core in PSG. I'll wait. Is it Neymar?
Nobody.
Is it
nobody?
Verratti? Exactly. I feel like you have to be able to grind out W's. You have to be able to be flexible. You have to be able to play in a way that might not be the most expansive and beautiful way, but it's the way that gets the job done. You have to be able to get those away wins and not brick it up against Manchester United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So, to round things up, I don't see PSG getting past the quarterfinals. I think they ought to celebrate if they make it past this round of 16, but we'll see how it goes.
All right. Let's bring in Mr. Bankai. So Bankai, PSG. Do you put them as one of the favorites? Are they to be feared? Is this their year?
Yeah. So, PSG, does PSG, like, are they favorites and everything? I think PSG are not favorites, and they're gonna, and it's for reasons. So, first of all, I think you get the hype that a Real Madrid or Barcelona or Liverpool get. You get hype based on what you've done in history. Real Madrid can get the hype because they won 3 years in a row. Liverpool gets hype because they won it last year.
Sorry, Banker, your mic was messing up, man. Your mic was skipping, man. I'm sorry, your mic was skipping so much. Try and fix your mic, man. Jay, PSG, are they to be feared or not? Yes or no? All right, the mic is not working. Okay, let's just get back to this whole thing now. I want to bring in. Oh no, where is that dude? Where's the Sturkey dude? He's not there. Okay, let's talk right now with Liverpool. Now, this is what I believe. I feel that the team to be feared is Liverpool.
Yeah.
I feel Liverpool are the favorites, and I think that Liverpool is a team to be feared because Anfield is an issue, and I don't think that Anfield is a place in which people can go and really get that W against this kind of team. So let me come first to Gatlock. So Gatlock, do you think I'm right in saying Liverpool should be the most feared team and Liverpool are strong favorites to defend their title?
Well, I don't see why not, because those guys are really, really, really powerful. Especially at Anfield. Anything can happen at Anfield right now.
Are they doping, yes or no? Are they doping?
I like to see a different winner so people can put more respect on what Real Madrid did in 2016, 2018. I think Liverpool will go more for the title, the Premier League, and maybe other domestic trophies more than the Champions League. And yeah, I feel somebody else might win it. Although if they win it again, I won't be surprised at all. They can go for it. I don't think they will, but they can. But no.
All right. Red Devil Studio. Are Liverpool the most feared team? Are they strong favorites to defend their title?
Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, you mentioned about Anfield. Liverpool haven't lost a game at Anfield since 2017.
Damn.
That's the last time Liverpool lost a game at Anfield. And when you look at what they did, obviously dismantling Barcelona like at Anfield, you know, they had no right, in my opinion, to do that to Barcelona. And yet, you know, they just destroyed what was at least a decent Barcelona team with the Cannibal and Suarez, with Coutinho, who's now a fraud, but with Messi and so on. So Liverpool, I think the key thing is that Liverpool are the complete team and a complete team with depth. And when I look at all of the other potential challengers to Liverpool, they all have problems. Bayern, for me, still problematic in their defense. I don't think that they can give it a shot. I think that's quite questionable there. I think if Liverpool draw Bayern, I think I could easily see them putting at least 3 or 4 past them. Juventus, is Ronaldo really going to be stepping up? You know, Sarri just seems to sort of not really know what he's doing. PSG we've already talked about. City, you know, have been schooled by Liverpool already. Atletico Madrid, I think Diego Simeone's time is up.
It's finished. It's over.
Yeah. So essentially what I'm saying is, like, when you look at all the other teams have a lot of issues, and Liverpool seem to be that complete team. So I can't see a team that can beat them in this CL, really. You know. So yeah, I think they're favourites to win. Unfortunately, my concern is that Liverpool do a treble and overturn United's, you know, the thing that made United special, and that possibility that they could do that, and that freaks me out. Actually, that freaks me out.
Okay.
They won't be a treble. Usually, whenever
easy, there's no trouble, man. There's no trouble happening, man. Relax. Marvelous.
Yeah.
What's Liverpool? Are they a team to be feared? Yes or no?
Listen, HH. 100% Liverpool are a team to be feared and respected. They're performing like a well-oiled machine. Jurgen Klopp is doing an incredible job in making sure that everyone is performing at their very best. So yeah, undoubtedly, they are favorites. But I do have a hot take, guys. I
Okay.
feel that given that Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool as a whole are so focused and obsessed with winning that Premier League this season, what makes us seem to disregard and forget Manchester City in the Champions League? Given that now that their title hopes in the Premier League are all but over, what makes us think that they're not going to just hone in and focus on the CL, given that they've never won it?
No, potentially true. But as I said, and we'll get to Pep as regards to what they have to do. All right, let me bring in Hype Hawks. Hype, is your mic working?
Yeah.
Cool. So Hype, Liverpool, are they a team to be feared? Would you say that they are strong favorites to defend their title?
Sure. I think it's either Liverpool's or PSG's this season.
Wait. Where the hell did you bring PSG into this whole conversation?
Look, this whole hangout has been a hit job against PSG.
Exactly.
PSG deserve.
Damn right.
Because there's facts. It's facts. You can't deny the fact.
So Hype. No, guys, relax. Hype. Give us your proper defense without anybody arguing or talking over him. Give us your proper defense as to why you think PSG should be put as one of the favorites, and we will listen.
Look, they had a new manager, Tuchel. It's been only a season. Sure, they failed against United, but the team needs to gel. They had great additions this season. You could see Diaz-Aguirre, Herrera. You could see Cardi. Other players also are gelling into the team. They're doing great in the league. You could see some impressions last game against Galatasaray. Usually Neymar would take the pen. He gave it away to Cavani.
Hype. I think we lost Hype, man. You see, keep talking about PSG. The footballing devils pretty much cut off his mic, man. I told you, man.
Okay, let's go back to a real team in Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool. Let's start Liverpool.
Look, man. Don't. Next time, you have to be very careful because the footballing
they're
demons are watching you.
2019, HH. They're irrelevant.
BD call it relax, man. You love using that word too much, man. Messi's free kick something. PSG. Just sorry, Liverpool. Are they strong favorites to defend their title? Perfect. Your bloody mic ain't working. All right. So now let me just remind guys, in case guys are confused. So keep this in mind because this is important for the next question. So PSG finished first, Real Madrid finished second. Bayern finished first, Tottenham finished second. City finished first, Atalanta finished second. Juve finished top, Atletico Madrid second. Liverpool first, Napoli second. Barcelona first, Dortmund second. Leipzig first, Lyon second. Valencia first, Chelsea second. So first can only face second. And you cannot face the same team from the same league. So with that being said, what is the fixture you would most like to see? I'm going to start off. And let me just explain it for you right now. I would love to see Liverpool, Real Madrid, but I feel it will be too early. But as I say that, because I feel Real Madrid don't have any chance of winning the Champions League this season, screw it. Let them just face each other right now for a blockbuster, beautiful, amazing round of 16, and a heavy hitter won't be in the final 8. So I say, screw it. Let's have a Liverpool, Real Madrid in the round of 16. If not that, bro, bring on Bayern Munich. Chelsea, Bayern Munich. Chelsea will deliver Bayern Munich. 100%, man. I fully believe that. So, Gatlock, what fixture do you most want to see?
Truly, the fixture I want to see, it's Real Madrid, Man City. Those guys have too many easy teams to be playing.
No, I like where you're going. Wait, Gatlock. Before you, I'd like to finish. Gatlock, let me say this right now. Pep, if you want to win the Champions League, No more easy games. No more easy games. You must have a tough path all the way through, similar to what Real Madrid did in 2018. So, Gatlock, I'm fully behind you because I didn't even notice that. Man City Real Madrid would be perfect, and that would be a beautiful time. Carry on, Gatlock.
Yeah, basically that's like the match between two frauds. So, like only the weaker fraud will actually go forward. I feel, look, if City get Real Madrid, they probably will go out. But even if a lot of people said that they can focus more on Champions League and because they're out of the Premier League. However, when it comes to a cup tie, it doesn't really matter how much time a team has had to rest. Check out Bayern Munich when they won in 2013. It was Juppé. When it was Pep in the 2014, 15, and 16. This guy got spanked by the Spanish teams after the guy has already won the Bundesliga. So it wasn't an issue of fitness or whatever. They already won the league, but they just couldn't beat like Atletico Madrid on their day. So basically, City Real Madrid is a match I want to see. And if Zidane is about that life, he should really take out Man City. And
you got to relax. So you're saying that Man City go out in the round of 16? Don't you realize that Pep has to win the double Champions League? Don't you realize?
He still has the Carabao Cup and FA Cup. Those ones are harder to win than the Champions
League. Don't give me that rubbish before
He's
I can
overrated, HH. He's overrated.
That's Pep's language, man. Domestic titles are harder to win.
So every season that looks
if that useless fraud from that Amazon thing that said he destroyed football, if that useless bald fraud gives me another Carabao Cup and calls that a success, I will build a wing for that fool. You better win that. Let me rant. I beg me rant, man. If this Pep, all the money you've spent, inheritance merchants, you've been given everything you've wanted, and you open your rotten, stinking, smelly mouth to say that, oh, we are not yet an elite team, we cannot yet compete. Shut up. Win that bloody Champions League, man, or you're a damn fool. Red Devil Studio. Which fixture do you most likely want to see in the next round?
Can I suggest two? Am I allowed to?
Yep, go for it.
Two. Okay, fine. So I think my suggestions are just based on I guess maybe the narrative. So with that being said, I think I would like to see like a Liverpool Dortmund. I think that would be just based on the narrative. Even though I think Liverpool probably beat Dortmund
please.
The narrative around it with Klopp going back, etc., and just where he's gone, stuff like that. I think that would be quite interesting. And the second thing game would be Chelsea Juventus. Narrative.
Red Devil should relax. Don't want that. Bad match.
But I think the narrative, like you've got Sarri's at Juventus, he's got his squad, he's back in Italy. That's what he wanted. And Lampard with like a young, fresh team. And just the clash of different ideologies, the different styles of play. I just think the narrative would just be so interesting that a Chelsea Juventus, round of 16 would be a very interesting tie.
Actually, we've already had narrative of Dortmund Liverpool. They met in the Europa League.
And yeah, they did. Liverpool spanked them, didn't they? Yeah, I'm just
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't want them. Please, I beg you.
Liverpool would get that ass. You see, Liverpool. Put it this way. Before I go to Marvelous, Liverpool can pretty much beat everyone. They can pretty much beat everyone. But my thing is that the one team that Liverpool don't want is Real Madrid. Now they can beat Real. But if there's a team that Liverpool don't want to face, is Real Madrid, because the reason why they don't want to face them is if they go into that game, they'll be the heavy favorites. Real Madrid will be the underdogs. Do you really want Real Madrid to be underdogs against you in a Champions League game with their experience of people who've won it? I don't think so. So that's for me. That's a tricky one. So wait, let me come to Marvelous now. So Marvelous, which fixture or fixtures do you want to see in the next round?
Guys, undeniably Tottenham against Juventus.
What?
I mean,
Okay.
Again?
What?
Are you serious?
Uncle
Wait,
Moo,
excuse me, hell.
Uncle Moo gets to expose Sari as a one philosophy merchant. So Naldo gets to show Christina how to actually rise. I think Tottenham going against Juventus will actually get Juventus eliminated because I just feel that Tottenham are a bad matchup for Juventus, especially a Juventus side coached by Sarri, because I think Jose Mourinho would have the tactical flexibility and tactical know-how to just be able to defeat Sarri. And if you guys pay close attention when Jose Mourinho was out of a job, each time he would sit in the Sky Sports studios, it was always at a Chelsea game last season. And his critiques of the Chelsea side, I feel he'd be able to adapt some of that tactical prowess and be able to defeat them.
Okay. Let's bring in Stirky. So Stirky, what is the Champions League game you want to see? The Champions League fixtures you want to see in the next round?
I want to see Chelsea Juventus.
Yeah.
This game, I want to
That's
see.
a bad matchup, man. I don't want that.
I know. I want to see Sarri just fucking going at the Chelsea fans, just not giving a shit about them. And then
That would be
I would
amazing.
like to see. That would be sick. And like he like smokes a ciggy in the Stamford Bridge. That'd be funny. I would, and then I would like to say Liverpool, Atletico Madrid.
Ooh, okay.
That'd be a juicy one. That'd be a juicy one.
That's a good one.
You see,
That's a
I-
good one.
like,
I wanna
Trash
see-
too.
A good one. That's a really good
You
one.
see,
Actually.
Liverpool. The thing about it is like Liverpool would beat them.
Yeah, but
Liverpool
I-
play Atletico, man.
I want to
That's a
see.
trash game.
John-
Wait,
You're going to pump Liverpool.
Wait. Stecky.
You go first.
Wait, Stecky, finish your point. Stecky, finish your point.
Yeah. I just want to see João Felix play against a big team, like a proper big team, a big who he does.
Okay. All right. Let's bring in Hoga Bonito. Which fixture do you want to see in the next round of the Champions League? Which fixture do you want to see the most?
I would say Liverpool and PSG, but that can't happen. So
Nope.
I'd say Man City and Real.
City Real. So if it's Man City Real Madrid, who wins over two legs?
I would say City, I think.
Damn.
And Hazard will get exposed. So
Oh. So you just
less goal involvements than Jesse Lingard this season. Just saying.
I don't give a damn what that
Easy.
does, man. I don't give a damn about what that James Wan. He's a 5-game merchant. That's what he is. 5-game merchant. And where is he playing? He's playing the Europa League. Where is that?
Easy. Respect. Europa League.
No. I don't know. No respect. No, look. In the
No
words of
respect for Europa.
Respect, man. Respect. Where's he playing? He's playing in the Europa League. My boy Zad is going to be delivering a CL. A CL. Thank you. Tara, which fixture do you want to see in the next round?
I would love to see Liverpool versus Real Madrid. That's what I would love to see.
Ooh.
That'd be a good
so
one.
you have what is, I think, the best team in the world. They have a very effective strategy. They know what to do. They have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. They know what they have to do. And then you have Real Madrid, who's trying to get back on their feet, and Zidane, who's trying to do whatever he can, and just seeing how.
Tara, you're scared of getting Chelsea in the next round. I debate you. You're scared of getting Chelsea in the next round. You're scared.
I'm not scared of Chelsea. The other best of expose Lampard. Mark my words.
Don't Don't be pussy. Don't be pussy. You're scared of Chelsea the
You're
next round.
scared of
Admit it.
Chelsea. Yeah, I see it. I see it. I see it colored. I see it colored.
Honeymoon
How
is
am I
over.
scared of Chelsea? You rely on kids and Lampard as your master tactician. We can expose you.
Don't be
Okay.
ageist.
All right. Keep talking,
But
man.
back
Keep
to
talking.
what I was
Bring on-
saying about
bring
Liverpool,
on
Real
Bayern.
Madrid.
Bring on
Okay.
Barca. Bring on these guys. Chelsea will deliver them. Carry
Yeah, it's true.
I'm
Chelsea.
telling you,
I'll
bro.
carry on
Chelsea will
and address the
deliver
Chelsea
those
arrogance
dudes, yo.
later. So yeah, I want to see how Zidane would respond to Klopp's tactical approach, and I want to see just sort of how they deal with each other, and just like I feel like it'd be a very detailed series of games, very entertaining, very attack oriented, and somewhat tactical because Zidane will have to be somewhat tactical in dealing with Liverpool, of course. So I'd love to see Liverpool Real Madrid. So yeah, and on to and I'm not scared of Chelsea. You play with kids. You got exposed by Bournemouth and West Ham and Everton. All right, you got exposed by them. You have Lampard
Didn't
as
you
your
get
master
exposed by
tactician.
Granada? You got exposed by Granada, though, bro. You got exposed by Granada, so.
In September, they got exposed by Bournemouth today.
Hey, look, no, wait. Bournemouth are a damn good team. They've won about 5
I know.
Champions League. Relax.
They were like 13th or 14th last season.
Bournemouth lost their last
Stop
5
making
games.
excuses.
You know that, right?
Point.
Bro, if anything, Bournemouth is better than Granada. You know this.
Shut the F up. So before I come to BD Core, look, this is hilarious.
You would be a rape case against Chelsea. I know that much.
That's what Pixel. That's rude, and that's what happened. But this has to rank as one of the funniest. Because I'm literally tears in my eyes. This has to rank as one of the funniest comments I've ever read on the People Hangout, man. But yeah, hilarious, man. BD Core, which fixture do you want to see in the next round?
So, HH, you know what? I'm gonna go outside of the box because I know a lot of people haven't really said this, but I'm just interested in seeing Napoli versus Atletico. I don't know why. Like I just want to see how that goes. Napoli versus
That would be the
Atletico.
most boring match ever at the rate we're going.
Also, Napoli can face Atletico. They both finished second, bro.
Oh, they did. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're both
Then I
conceded.
guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay, so for me personally, for Dortmund, I want PSG or City. These are the two opponents that I want. I would love to play both of these guys. And I think my match for the CL would probably be Liverpool and Real Madrid. Just because, just like you guys said, I think Real Madrid can score at least one goal in Anfield compared to Barcelona, who can't even manage one goal in Anfield.
So
yeah.
Easy.
Bring up this damn thing. I was losing bloody time, man. The fuck? All right. So this is time for us to read down talk big talk right now. So it's going to be huge. It's massive. Just remember, guys, on Monday, we will be doing a live thing. So live thing will be happening. So look, man, I mean, see, this is that I'm not sure because I would have wanted to invite people in, but because my stream is always behind, I don't want people to sort of ruin it for me. So so I'm going to have to do it solo. Then we'll do like a reaction maybe in the evening. So we'll probably do an reaction in the evening. So Monday, I have my meal ready. I've got my stuff ready, and it's all cool. So let me put this to you right now because that question is too boring. Well, who's going to win it? Final four. Who do you believe will make the final four in the semifinals? Because my thing is this: there's usually at least last year was really crazy, where Tottenham and Ajax were two of not the usual suspects. But the thing is this, man. I think that we may have something similar because Real Madrid, I don't think, are ready. PSG are a bunch of chumps. Bayern Munich are still going through a process. And Barcelona are still iffy. So we could still get two new teams. So let me start. Liverpool. Man City. They'll somehow get there.
Oil FC.
Wait. So Liverpool, Man City, Leipzig, Chelsea. These are the 4 teams that will make up.
We're on a 16 maximum.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
It's funny though. It's really funny.
Can I finish? Thank you. Thanks.
Smoking,
Bloody rude. Okay. So let me say it again before I was rudely interrupted. So the final 4, Liverpool for sure. I think because I've put so much pressure on Pep, because Pep knows how I will rip him apart if he doesn't do it, they will make the semi-finals. Leipzig are the team that people are really not looking at. But my thing is that there's a caveat. Timo Werner has to be kept in the January window. If they lose Timo Werner, then okay, then I'll probably replace him with like Barcelona. But if Timo Werner is kept, I'm going to say Leipzig and Chelsea. Those are my 4 for the semi-finals. Gatlock, who are your final 4?
Well, not Chelsea, that's for sure.
Wait. Gatlock, do you speak English? Did I say whether Chelsea? No, forget that. Don't give me your 4. Who asked you to say, oh, not Chelsea? Just give me your 4 names and then move. The hell?
All right. Real Madrid.
What?
Yeah, Real Madrid. Barcelona,
Hope
Leipzig, and the reigning champions, Liverpool.
Wow. Okay. Well, we both share Leipzig. Red Devil Studio.
So Liverpool, obviously. This is a bit tricky, actually. Liverpool, obviously. I will probably go with Leipzig, like everyone else is saying. I'll take them as one of the dark horses. I think you always have to throw in a dark horse. So I think Leipzig are the dark horse. I'm also going to say, maybe surprising some people, Spurs. I think Uncle Mo. I think Mourinho. I think competition. We didn't do it with United, but I do think that with the squad they have at Spurs and with Son and Moura, because he's actually playing Lucas Moura, not benching him like Pochettino did. But with those players that he has, and with his know-how of winning cup competitions, I think he could take Spurs to the semi-final. And then as far as the 4th team goes, man, it's just a tricky one. Dortmund.
Oh, really?
The Bundesliga.
Wow, I was shocked, bro. Like, I'm not even expecting us to even go to
Bidiko, relax. Okay. That wasn't prompting you to talk. Okay, just relax. Thank you. Hoga Bonito, which are the last 4 teams that I think will happen?
Liverpool, obviously, and Man City, PSG, and Real Madrid.
What the hell? PSG.
And there's a possibility that Real sign Pogba and Jan, so they could be.
That's not happening. Well. That's not happening, mate. That's not.
Maybe. I don't want it to happen, but yeah, it may happen.
Okay, all right. So let's bring in so Sterky. Who do you believe will be the final 4 in the Champions League? Who will make up the semi-finals? Sterky. All right. Marvelous. Who will make the final 4 in the Champions League? Marvelous.
I think first it's going to be Liverpool. I think Atletico, surprisingly. I think Tottenham, because I feel Mourinho has a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah. What is
I
this?
feel like Tottenham are the dark horses.
What kind of semi-final is this?
What is this?
And I think the 4th team is going to be either Barcelona or Chelsea. But definitely Liverpool, Atletico, Tottenham, for sure. I'm getting some serious 2012 vibes.
Wow, bro, that's wild, All right, Sarah, final 4.
All right. Liverpool, defending champions, best team in the world right now. Let's be honest here. They're making semis. Juventus, I see some stuff going right for them. I'm not saying they'll win the Champions League or some crap. I'm just saying that I think they have the capability to make Final Four, especially if they don't rely on Cristiano for all their goal-scoring needs. RB Leipzig, I think this is the season of Julian Nagelsmann. Mark my words. He is going to steer frick, I can't talk. RB Leipzig to the Champions League semifinals and to that Bundesliga title. I like RB Leipzig under Nagelsmann. I like Nagelsmann. I think he'll steer them to the Champions League semifinal, and then the fourth team will be Bayern Munich. That's what I think.
Wow. Bayern. Okay. A1. Final four teams in the Champions League.
A1.
A1, bro. Where's your mic, man? A1. All right. BD Core. Wait. Why are you laughing? I didn't crack a joke, man.
Oh no, I know. Like I just funny how you leave me for last, but I understand.
But wait. BD Core, do you know what it means? Do you have the concept of when a rapper says that he wants to anchor? Do you know what that means?
What does that mean? Sorry, I'm confused.
Basically, whenever a rapper says he wants to anchor, anchoring means that you come last, and when you come last, that is usually the best rapper. So Cannabis lets me anchor because anchoring meant that the best rapper always goes last and gives the best and strongest, most memorable line. So coming last in a group is actually a privilege. So
all right, sorry. So HH, you know what I'm gonna say here? I don't think Leipzig is gonna make the semis. I'm sorry. They have to prove to me. They have to prove to me in knockout stage. It's one thing to do in the group stage. There's another thing to do it in knockout stage. You gotta prove to me. You gotta prove to me in both legs. I'm gonna go with Liverpool.
Okay.
They're just a guarantee. They're just gonna be there. I'm gonna go with Real Madrid. They're always guaranteed. They're always guaranteed to be there.
They weren't there last season.
No, but they're always guaranteed.
It's like this guy says guaranteed, and we just go the last day. They went there, but carry on.
Zidane will use his mentality.
You've said Real Madrid, just carry on. You've given us man.
Tottenham. Wow. The reason why I'm saying Tottenham is this. Do you know this summer they actually had a better transfer window than Manchester City and Arsenal and both clubs combined? It's fact. They had a better transfer window than them, and they didn't spend. They spend money, but they didn't spend money on terrific players. They spend money on players who I feel like they fit the chemistry of the team. So I think Tottenham's going to be there. And with Mourinho's mentality, I think Mourinho is going to get them to the semis. The last one is very tricky, HH. It's very, very tricky because you know what? I'm just gonna stick with the UCL gods because the UCL gods always tells me that the club who has more UCL trophies and has more mentality is gonna go far in the tournament. I'm sorry, it's gonna be Bayern Munich. I'm sorry. I know the defense is terrible, but
they have the same amount of Champions League as Barca.
No, but Gallock, you have to understand. When you compare Barcelona to Bayern Munich, and you compare City and PSG and those teams to Bayern Munich, I'd pick Bayern Munich over all three of those teams, to be honest, because Barcelona is worse off. City's terrible. I mean, PSG are just ballers itself. They're just so ballers. So I'm going with Bayern. Yeah, I'm going with Bayern.
All right. Let me just hit this super chat here. So super chats here. I think we sort of covered this from Mardik Bidanian. Thank you for your $2 super chats. It says, will Liverpool go the Premier League season unbeaten? So we did cover that. My view is they will lose one game. But A few people have said that they do feel that they will actually go through the season on unbeaten. If they do, I mean, my gosh, man, I mean, Klopp will pretty much be like near a god now. So before I round off, I wanna make this thing a little bit more personable. This whole open hangout thing, because everybody has a club. As I said, I'm a complicated fan, stroke football, so it's just weird. So let me come to Red Devil Studio now.
Yeah. Okay.
And let me ask you this: do you feel, as a United fan, that Solskjaer is the right man to do the long process of taking United into the future, or do you believe that he still needs to be replaced by a Pochettino or maybe even a Rafa Benitez?
Oh man, that's complicated, HH. I mean, do I see Solskjaer as the long-term solution to Manchester United? No, I don't think he is the long-term solution to Manchester United. But do I see him as a short-term stability measure? Yes, possibly. He has obviously gotten rid of what we United fans have seen as the deadwood in the team, most of it anyway, not all of it. Phil Jones is still there for some god reason. I don't know why he's still at the club. But most of the deadwood, has gone. He's brought in what we would deem as quality players, and potentially more quality players if Ed Woodward can get his checkbook out. But I guess one is that I feel like he can bring stability to Manchester United. If we're talking about going back to the high eras of Sir Alex Ferguson and winning CLs, winning Premier League titles back to back, etc.
Well, how long can this stability last? Is it about stability, or is it about somebody who can bring success now? Or do you believe that you have to go through a 3-year process? How long will this process take?
Well, the stability, or going back to Champions League,
going back to competing with Man City and Liverpool, realistically.
Well, this is the thing, is that clearly one of the things I've seen with United so in the last 2 years is that clearly we can compete with Liverpool and compete with City, in the sense that in the league, I mean, just last week we beat City at the Etihad. We're the only team to take points of Liverpool. So clearly we can compete. We've been beating Chelsea 4-0, as you remember, HH, first game of the season. 4-0, 4Gs, 4-0.
I know, relax, just relax, chill.
I'm just saying, we beat Spurs. So United clearly have a squad that can compete with the top teams in the Premier League. And even last season, even though we got bantered by Barcelona, we did go to Juventus, we beat them. In Turin, we went to Paris, we beat them. So there was a squad there that can clearly beat the top teams. The issue of United is the consistency due to injuries and lack of stability and consistency. And I think Solskjaer can get that, but I just think that in terms of getting a top quality manager in, I just don't think that he's that top quality manager.
Okay. Gatlock, what's your club?
Unknown.
I knew it. A man without, and it all makes sense because people in the live chats have said that you've now taken over the role of Juju Man, and Juju Man changed his club, changed his wife. So Gatlock, you are the new. Yeah, it makes sense. You're the new Juju Man. So Tara, do Barcelona have a plan for Messi leaving, or do you feel that Barcelona could potentially be in a downward spiral once Messi leaves Barcelona with no heir apparent?
Okay, this is probably be a long answer, but let me answer. Valverde is not going to be in some long-term role or some shit. Barcelona's board elections are in 2021, and our Brick Bartomeu president has said he is not running, so we will get a...
Are you sure?
He said it in an interview.
That's what he will do.
He said it in an interview only.
Okay.
So, yeah. He's not running, so you only have Font or Laporta, which are both Cruyff's managers. I think Font would come out of that. And after that, Don Ernesto, he's gone. If he's not gone earlier, he's gone. You have La Masia. In La Masia, you have very good players coming through. You have Ricky Puig, Ansu Fati, as you already know, Alex Collado, Musa Wage.
Better than Laessi.
Shush. Bullshit core, shush. Okay? So you have Ansu Fati, Alex Collado, Ricky Puig, Musa Wage. You have very good players coming through. Carlos Soler, Carlos Perez, and in addition, even with Bartomeu, we've made how do I say this? Kind of relatively sensible transfers. It could have been better, but I believe with the better board, we make sensible transfers. And Messi won't leave before 2021 or directly after. He'll stay on for a bit more time. And it's not going to be like Ronaldo leaving Madrid, where it's just, oh, I won the Champions League, I scored some goals, I'm going to leave immediately. No, Messi's probably going to stay at Barcelona until he retires and ease out of it, which will allow some time for the adjustment to happen.
So you don't see Messi like doing his last few years in Rosario or Argentina? You actually think he will retire at Barcelona?
He said that in an interview.
Okay.
He did. I'm not making these facts up.
No. I'm not denying he said it. Has every single person done exactly what they've said? That's what I'm saying.
He's 30.
Saying something is one thing, doing it is another.
Let me speak. You asked me to speak. He's 32. He has a family and kids who are going to school in Barcelona. You really think he's going to uproot all of that to go back to Argentina and play for his home club? Nah, he's not going to do that. He has a family. He's not going to just uproot them and say, well, we're moving to Argentina just so I could play for my boyhood club. No, it's not a thing. He's going to retire at a club where pretty much everyone's worshiping him. Let's be honest here. So yeah, Messi's going to retire here. He's going to ease down a few years after that board election, allowing more time for the La Masia talents, just that Cruyffian passing football to revive again, and for Messi to gradually be replaced. Messi will retire, and after that, we'll still stay an elite club. The stars are aligning for Barcelona to remain an elite club after Messi retires.
All right. Marvelous. What's your club?
I'm a Chelsea fan, HH.
No, beautiful. So Marvelous, let me hit you real. Do you believe in Lampard for the long term?
Nope.
So long term, big picture. If you struggle so far, a few L's have been taken, a few creaks, the honeymoon is over. Do you believe with cash, the January transfer window, the summer transfer window, Lampard should be given the keys to the Chelsea kingdom, or they should look for a more experienced manager?
Listen, guys, I feel like this Lampard appointment happened way too soon. Now, hear me out. I feel like Lampard does not have enough back catalog or knowledge as a manager, and I feel like it's going to cost him, and more importantly, it's going to cost Chelsea. I feel like he's a bit too one-dimensional when it comes to his tactics. Earlier on today, we got exposed, and I don't know about you, HH, but I'm starting to panic and just have sleepless nights and headaches thinking about this Christmas period and even the Champions League. I felt like we should have tried our best to get someone that was established, especially if we were going to go into the direction of youth. I don't know about you, but I would have taken Rafa Benitez with open
I was
arms.
just about to say him. I was just about to mention, and you see, whenever I've brought up the name of Rafa Benitez, Rafa Benitez, I believe, is one of the most underappreciated managers ever. And as you said, I said to people, when you're dealing with no transfer window, you've lost your best player, you're dealing with youth, you need an experienced manager.
Who knows how to use what they have.
Your fans treated him like trash when he was there. So do you think?
Screw those morons. Screw those morons, because anybody with any brain will know that's who you need. But I'm sorry, Marvelous, carry on.
You see, to address what United just said, a lot of football fans who don't have the obsession for football, who may just be fans of a club and football casually, are very fickle and they don't know what they want. When Rafa Benitez managed Chelsea, he was actually very successful. He stabilized us and he took us to a Europa League, if you remember correctly. Yeah. Those fickle fans just booed him because of the history of him coaching Liverpool, and they 100% disregarded everything he was doing for us at that time. And if you remember, he turned players who were performing badly at that time, he actually made them efficient. Look at what he did with Torres in that Europa League run-in. And you can, if you remember correctly, it was when he took over that Eden Hazard started to transform and carry us on our back in that Europa League, and Ivanovic too. But yeah, I feel like let's see what Frank Lampard can do in this January transfer window. I've been watching a few of his pre-match press conferences, and he's been talking about getting Chilwell, but he's yet to mention going out to get an inside forward or a creative spark player, and that kind of worries me. But I don't know. And I feel like he doesn't have any defensive playbook. Look at our defense. Look at the amount of goals we've conceded. It's terrible. And I love Lampard to death, but I just feel like he might be out of his depth. And I feel like the honeymoon period is over for us, and teams are starting to figure us out. And it's kind of ironic because at this same time last year was when we started to capitulate under Sarri. And people were saying, oh, look at his formation. He only does diagonal passes. Have you seen how Chelsea play lately? We don't have a plan B. And our plan A barely even gets us off the ground. It's almost as if we fail to score at the 65th minute mark, we're just lost. We've run out of ideas, and we don't know what to do. And I feel like the only great thing that's come from Lampard taking over is I feel like he's been able to transform Kovacic, because Kovacic always showed stints of him being a world-class player.
Him and Jorginho have been riding on. But look, Well, because we have to round off. So Bidiko, just round us off. Okay, so Bidiko, just to be clear, so you're a Dortmund fan?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, all right. I just want to be clear. Should Lucien Favre be sacked?
This guy is such a plan A merchant. He's such a plan A merchant. He has no plan B. I honestly think, and I know Julian was here last week in the Saturday Hangout. I think he should have been sacked like earlier. If you watch the game against Slavia Prague, we were seriously struggling to a Slavia Prague side who, don't get me wrong, yes, they are a good team, but they played us off the park. They outplayed us the whole first half. After we scored Sancho scored that goal. And if you look at us right now, I think now we're a bit good. Like attacking wise, Favre has a good attacking idea of
what about the defense and defending counterattack?
I don't like our defense. I really don't like our defense. I think our defense
is trash.
Yeah, I think the thing about Hummels is
it's trash. But there's no
you can't say Hummels is trash though.
Thing. He's a class B brick. Just say it. Be very
oh my god. No, but Hummels, but this is the thing. You have to understand every team needs a Van Dijk. And for Borussia Dortmund, our Van Dijk is Hummels. It's true. For Borussia Dortmund, our Van Dijk is Hummels.
Are you smoking crack cocaine? You're calling that dude who can hardly move, who moves like he has a piano on his back.
He might not be fast. Okay, he might not be fast. He might not be fast and so forth. But what about Zagadou? Zagadou is not fast. Zagadou is physical. He's big and buff. You know what I'm trying to say?
No.
So what I'm saying
is, Bidiko, you shouldn't open your mouth and say Hummels is Dortmund's Van Dijk. Hummels is brick. That's what's
I mean, okay, yes, he has brickish moments, but let's be honest. Like, you need him in those key games in Champions League. You can't just put him on the bench. Like, he's a really world-class center back who's won a World Cup. You can't just bench him, HH. It wouldn't make any sense.
That's why he's not in Germany. Oh wait.
Yeah. No, but listen, just like how Chelsea had John Terry, the same way Borussia Dortmund have Hummels. John Terry was your world-class center back. You get what I'm trying to say?
No. What I'm saying is that John Terry was still technically a good defender. Hummels is technically a trash-ass defender. That's
oh my God.
I'm say to you.
Okay, well, whatever you say about that.
I'm being real. It's like, and that is the issue. If your whole and that is the issue. you're holding Hummels as being an important member of your team. But this important member of your team and the leader of your team, similar to Ashley Young and Man United, is garbage. He's garbage. He's done. He's and that's just me being real. Okay. No. We're all done here. So
all right.
So look, man. So Sunday will be the regular hangouts with all of the regular boys on Sunday. Monday, tune in. We're going to be doing live, baby. Live draw of the Champions League draw live on Monday. And on Tuesday, we will then maybe we might do this on the Monday evening, but Tuesday for sure, our live show will be fully dissecting and breaking all of the things down and all the different nooks and crannies and so forth. What I'm saying is just to end it, I'm excited. There are few things in life that gets me more excited than the Champions League, and I just think that it's with all the crap happening in life and everything and the stress we have in life, let us cherish the beautiful moments of the Champions League and a Champions League run. I think that we are privileged that we all love what I believe is one of the greatest things in the world, which is football, and specifically one of the greatest, most dramatic tournaments ever. And I've always said, like,
I agree.
Whichever genius came up with the idea of the away goal and 2 legs, I think that guy has to be given the Nobel Peace Prize. That's one.
I don't feel like goes rolled that much, but everything else.
Because you got knocked out a million times. That's why you don't have the away goals.
We have not gotten knocked out a billion times by the away goal rule. Only once. Yeah. Calm down.
Bring on Chelsea will beat Bayern, and Chelsea will flip it and lubricate Barcelona. Messi,
of course. Chelsea will make Laessi like a baby. Laessi will become a baby against Chelsea. Come on.
You're